Hey guys, I want to share with you this new pillar molding with door entry keypad. This was a replacement on my 2015 Ford Explorer Sport. So here's the two panels, and I'll kind of explain why that other one looks different. So essentially you have 6 bolts to remove. You have 2 in the door handle itself, and you'll need a 10mm socket for that. Helps to have the ratcheting, of course. And so then after you remove that, there's 2 in the door pull also, and that is also a 10mm socket. So overall, this took us about 45 minutes to do, including removing the door panel, reinstalling, and then installing the unit itself. And here are the 2 holes in each of those, and then you have 2 on the bottom. The bottom one was a 7mm, so you'll need to have that also available, which we thought was kind of weird because we weren't prepared for that. So when we first did this, there was no instructions in the box. We couldn't find any videos on this. So having general knowledge of just pulling off a door panel would be helpful. And so there's little tabs behind there that it helps if you have the tools so that you can pry this out a little bit, and we had a kit already for our 4-wheeler. So you'll see those little white tabs there that you're trying to disconnect from the door itself. So once you get it disconnected, you'll need to then pull it apart as far as pull out. And my husband left a bolt here. So you'll have to pull the plugs, so you've got your windows and your door locks and all that connected, so you'll need to unplug that. But that main black wire doesn't come unplugged. And then behind that plastic piece is where you're gonna need to feed your wire. So you're gonna have to pull that. So he was just trying to get the right positioning so that we didn't accidentally pull that black wire off there. So, okay. So right there, you're gonna take this plastic sheeting off, and as carefully as possible, because you'll wanna just put that back, and it does go back together fairly easily. And then inside there is where you're gonna find that adapter for that new panel. So that's what you're essentially going to be reconnecting to right there, and that's just through that little hole under that plastic sheathing. So then you need to, after you've got the door panel off, remove your old pillar, and we tried to be as gentle as possible, but it's mounted with double-sided sticky tape, and it's just a very brittle plastic. I think that's why we originally got the crack in the first place. And so you'll remove that and the 2 clips at the top. You also have all the sticky stuff that you'll have to clean off, and make sure that it's really cleaned. So this is the new panel on the left and the old panel on the right, and of course you saw that it got broken off, so that's why. But we made sure it was nice and clean and ready for the new double-sided sticky tape pillar to be installed. So after feeding it through, he went ahead and pulled the film back. We were trying to protect it as much as possible to make sure that it didn't get scratched. And then you'll want to pull the green tape off, which has the tape. And then once you've got that all situated, you'll place that. And you want to make sure it's lined up properly to those 2 holes for the pins there. So after you've got it connected, then you'll want to do the plug and play, which is a very quick process. And then you have all of the rest of the door to put back together, essentially. So you'll reconnect your windows, your door locks, and all that, and then reinstall the door, which is basically a reversal of the process that you just completed. And then of course reinstalling all your bolts and all that stuff and making sure things lined up. So before reinstalling the bolts, we wanted to make sure everything works. You want to press the 9, 0 and 7, 8 together to lock it, and that worked great. And then I'm going to try my code off camera so that I can make sure that it unlocks, and that also works. It's not something that you have to reset up. It's already factory saved by your car. So, and then you press the 987 again, or the 9087 again to lock it. There is a discernible difference between the 2 panels. Of course, one's new, one is old, but that should work out over time. The keypad itself is not as sensitive as my factory one, so that was, you know, not great, but not bad. I'm just glad that after spending that 45 minutes that it actually worked and that everything functioned properly. So overall, we're pretty happy with this. We hope you found this helpful. We wish you well and happy shopping. Have a great day. Thank you so much.